Merry Christmas, furtive pigment. Furtive pigments. It's still such a good name. It's a new year and it's still one of the better names I've heard in a while. Hi Meep. Hi Adagon. Hope you guys are doing well. Doing alright. Getting back into the swing of things. Slowly but surely. New slimes just dropped? Oh. What new slimes? Are they good ones? What's their names? Must let us know. Alright. I feel like the mic's really quiet. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna reconnect the mic. It just seems like it's not making enough noise. Hello? Okay, that's, yeah, there you go. That's better. Am I forgetting something? Yes, captions. Let me get the captions going. And that should be all the important things. Awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, Adagon, I've finished 2 of the emotes. I was hoping I would finish them yesterday, but wasn't able to. It's one of those things. Ah, here. There you go. You may. Listen. Ooh, yeah. We had recently discovered that in Japan. Okay, I need to do some backstory with this, but hold on, one thing at a time. I honestly should just do this. There you go. I like the 404 slimes. That's so funny and cute. What's verdant and why do they have a crown and why do they seem so mad? Onigiri is pretty cute. I almost wish you had a different design for Dandelion, but it is still very cute what you have. Fix it. There you go. These are great. The citrus ones are cute. Do they have their tongue sticking out? Are they blepping? They are blepping. That's amazing. Crab, I see what you did there. I think my favorite from this bunch is the 404. The slime design is kind of like green ice cream. For who? The ones that are only 4 and 5. I figured that much. Verdant. Oh, what are they? Are they on something? It's like well, on this background, I cannot see if they're on something. Because they don't have the usual rounded edge. Pretty cool. Excited to fish them. They just drip a bit more? Gotcha. I'm excited to grab them. If not, I haven't really like kept in touch with a lot of the Wait. Actually, I think I did see some of them. But then it was like, I'm not needed there, so I just moved on. I will look at them later. Game doll? Oh no. Wait, is it game doll for just the jam entries? Or is it game doll full game doll? Hold on. You said yeah when I said game doll full game doll? So could you clarify what the yeah is for? Jam, that's awesome. That's actually really awesome. Emotes and reactions are expected. Well, not expected, but, you know, it's like everywhere has them now. Emails have them now. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that you can react to an email? I learned that recently because I sent an email to somebody and then they reacted to my email. And I was just like, the frick? I feel like that's so... I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they're enabling that on emails. I feel it's bad, in bad taste and in poor manners. It's like, yeah, I saw your email and I'm choosing not to respond. Just like, don't show me. I'm just gonna, like, I just want the thought, like, okay, I sent the email and I can leave it alone. I don't like it. I don't like the reactions on emails. Leave emails alone. They're fine. They don't need anything. God. When I learned it, I was like, this is not necessary. Yeah! I don't like it. If I wanted something like that, I'll message. To me, use an email when it's like you can't message them in any other way, or I want to say something lengthy. So if your only like reaction to my email is a reaction, I'm just gonna be like, you're not worth talking to. Well, the person who reacted to my email also sent a reply, but that's how I found out that they exist, and I was just like, I hope that people don't use it. Alright. Let's continue. I don't remember the voices that I gave people. I kind of remember roughly Edgeworth's voice. Maybe Gumshoe. Literally don't remember anyone else, so this will be interesting. Oh no, this is in the middle of a case. Oh god, I don't remember what we were doing. Whelp. While I was on duty, came down here in this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in the front of lobby number 2. Oh, okay, we're in that case. Okay, I kind of remember it. From the time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. There's like 2 murders that happened here. It was an investigator who had a kid, and their kid is actually in this case, I believe. And some dude who people have been wanting to like jail or something. If I recall correctly. And Gumshoe is the first suspect. Not first, but like... Right. Why is Francisca here? Also... This is... I believe this coat is like from Edgeworth's first time as a prosecutor. In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I need to warm up. God, I don't remember. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I needed out of him. Need to make it a little more posh and British. Those are not my 2 qualifying traits. Hold on. Came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2.
Hold it!
Yes, I know that this is one of those you have to press and everything. And by he, you mean Detective Bad, of course. And this being my first time at a courthouse, he also walked me up with the 3rd floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies. And did you meet anyone along the way? Well, just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. When he heard from Miss Yu that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal. So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony matching up with Detective Bad's. That time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, it is not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway. Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Pretty sure this is not the voice I gave Gumshoe, but you know, we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply. Oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? Gumshoe, don't do this to yourself. I remember the fact that he ate like a cupcake with a kid. So he did, in fact, step away from the door. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we are all in shock. And in awe of your utter stupidity. Scruffy, you're going to lie. At least tell us a more believable one. Ouch! But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Oh. I have a nick in my health bar. Why? Yeah, this is that case.
Objection!
I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall this sullied hallway bench? Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. You inconsiderate, slovenly pig. Promise to clean it up later, I swear. Now, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of that door. If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands? Ouch! Hey, I'm not the one who's, like, incriminating himself, okay? It's not my fault. It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? Thought I'd get chewed out again if everyone found out about me eating on the job. I mean, yeah, probably. So I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you. He won't stand up? Oh, I see. Hope you're doing well, Ryga the Scot. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. Wait, you did not do the whole dastardly deed. Did you? I know that he hid from your view because he sat down on the bench. I remember that. Clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. That last statement may sound like it makes sense. However, there's something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Huh? Of course not! I've got nothing else to hide, pal.
Objection!
If only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you're aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Huh? Remind me again, pal? That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. I'm doing well. I am playing Miles Edgeworth. Very good game. I have tea, I have water, and I have breakfast. I think I can ask for anything more at the moment. I hope you are doing well in your time zone. Whatever that time zone might be. Right? Although, I suppose that's not too uncommon nowadays. Ouch! And yet... hello? Oh, hi! Hello, Skippy's mom. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a shout out. Hope you're all doing well. Oh, you know what I should do? I haven't done this in a while. Hey, that's me. No, not that. God, I haven't done this in a hot minute. What were you guys saying? New Horizons! Are you guys excited for the updates? What were you guys doing? Fishing? Just having a fun, chill time? Or are you like many of people I know that have restarted their island in preparation for this new update? You are? Ah! Excellent. Yeah, I'm the same way. You did reset. Ah, I could not. I could not reset. I'm just like doing my dailies and checking out my island and, you know, waiting for the update, vibrating excitedly. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with British, so it is 2 a.m. for me. I am sorry for the butchery that I am doing to this accent. Oh. But welcome, everyone. If you guys need to raid and run, or if you just don't want to be on Twitch anymore, it's not mandatory to be here, as I always say. So you're welcome to raid and run. Thank you for bringing your community here, Skippy's mom. I hope you have a lovely time. And if you need to, like, rest, please do so. I'd show you my island, but that would mean I'd have to close this game, and I don't want to do that. I'm in the middle of it. Posture check. I will posture check. And I will hydrate. Oh, stretch break. Full care package. Thank you. Can I save in the middle of this? I don't think I can save in the middle. I don't know for sure. Oh, I can. Let's save. Let's... I don't know what this is about. Thank you so... Spin! Oh, no! You know what? Just for you, Skippy's mom, I will do it. Okay, give me a second. I'll get the spin. But I need to take that off. Nobody else redeem that, please. I will... Hold on. I will get you your spins. I will do this especially for you, Skippy's mom. Where is my mouse? You're poo-poo. True. Oh god, I heard lots of things about that. Okay, Skippies, you ready? Exclamation point spin. Please do that, Skippy. And let's find out, shall we? Oh no! No! Wait, Skippy, Skippy. What's your favorite color? Quick. I gotta give you a protective charm. Oh shoot, you know what? I don't know if it's still in here. It says you're in the that was just a practice spin. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. It's in the unlucky. Like it just crossed it. Hold on. Did I already I might have put it away. Oh, I already put it away. No, it's totally big luck, but okay. That aside, do let me know what your favorite color is, and I will make you a lucky charm to help protect you from this unlucky wave. Green. Most excellent. Okay, what I'm gonna do, since I've already like put away all that stuff, because that was the New Year's stuff. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I always have a New Year's Eve countdown in here, and that's when that command is active, and I just forgot to turn it off, basically. But thankfully, I can edit them. What we're gonna do is open up a sprite. You repel the unlucky. You take big luck. You know what? This'll help bring that to fruition. The question is, where did I put that one? Game capture? No. Ah, here it is. Hey, Duke! What's up, what's up? Hold on. Skippy spun. And I need to make Skippy's charm. So thankfully, I can just pick. Do you like a dark green or a light green? I will do this for the background. This is not how this normally goes, but because I don't have the files anymore. How are you, Duke? What should I do? Can it be spring already? I wish. I think we all wish that it can be spring already. But it is not. And of course, thank you for the sub. And we'll do this purpley red for the clouds. Yeah, you know what? No, these need something a little brighter. A little brighter. Red. Red looks good. Red looks good. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let me darken it. Get more blue. Yes! We'll go with a more green. Hey, Nana! A little dark nose. No, it has to be dark. It does have to be dark. You almost did. And thank you everyone who is here at the moment. Let me file save as. And this is Skippy. Best ring stream of the year. It's all downhill from here, guys. The text-to-speech add-on is quite accurate? What do you mean? What did it say? This is the same caption I've had this entire time. Skippy. There. What is it? Why is it? I got worried there. How dare. Where's Skippy? All right. Here you go. For doing the spins. Let me... Don't... You guys, don't do it. Don't spend your single point for the spins. I need to turn it off. Get to that. I have my 2 monitors set up, but it's in a really weird spot. Like the second monitor is far from where I'm is. There it is. I totally forgot. Turn those. There you go. Now it's done. All right. We get back to our ace attorney. It's nice to see the regulars around. Wait, I already said. All right. And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that? Yeah, I told you, I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. But there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Except there was a flying gumshoe. I know you're trying to protect them, but you're not doing yourself any favors. You're also doing obstruction of justice. Dang it, Gumshoe, don't do this. Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait. Ooh. Of course I do. What? How? What proof do I have that there must have been someone else in the hole? Wait, do I present... Represent the Swiss rolls? I think it's a Swiss roll. Because it's either the Swiss roll or this pink balloon. Can't be the Swiss rolls. I think I'll present the balloon piece.
Take that!
What the heck is that? I knew you didn't really have anything. You prosecutors are all the same, always lying to people. You should stop, you know? Okay, it's the Swiss rolls. Miles, how long do you plan on being strung along by this moronic detective? I have no intention of falling for his lies, because there's definitely a second person. Okay. It's Detective Sale? Wait, really? Hold on. I need to see if I have some games that are on sale. Real quickly. The only one I have is the White Door, so I have nothing else. I might buy that later. It's like $1 right now.
Take that!
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal. Ah, I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rose. Wait, you didn't buy it. Then that means you must have stolen it, you thief! Well, I would never do such a thing. All you liars are the same. Start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh! There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them. But you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You got it all wrong. I ate both of them. It would appear that we've caught you at last. Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. Hear that they do know each other after all. So why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? I have a name and it's Kay. Kay what? Kay Faraday. Faraday, are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? I'm not a you. I'm Kay. God, please help me. Okay. You know, little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the one you do. Then you should put Gummy under arrest, mister. Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. What a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong! Okay. Oh, yeah, she's putting him in big trouble. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Here's that we've caught you red-handed eating a Swiss roll. Look, I'm sorry about lying to you, pal. And you have nothing else to say? Your dough was so fluffy and sweet and big. Oh, it was perfection, pal. Totally worth every penny of my bonus. I see. Well, good for you, detective. I can't believe it, but it's almost funny when a fool is this unbelievably foolish. Oh dear. What's the matter, Your Honor? I claim to hand down fair verdicts, but I unfairly cast suspicion on the big fella. If this had been a trial just now, I would have destroyed his life. Ah, I am the guilty one. We all make mistakes, Your Honor. The error is human, to forgive is divine, as they say. Although... Oh, sorry, that was Francisca. Although, if you were to make a mistake during a trial, then it would be quite unforgivable. Alright, little brat. Now then, Kay. I don't know if that was caught on the mic. He's like a stray cat. I wonder if I should feed us something. Oops, sorry, that. Let's just roll.
Take that!
Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. Oh, a Swiss roll! It really belongs to you though, doesn't it? Yeah,
was saving it for Daddy.
Oh no. Oh my.
Your Daddy dead.
Your father, he's...
Ah! Don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet. Thanks for watching on me. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking. About how he's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I couldn't protect him. Okay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
It's all right. Let it all out. Your father just passed away. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I dedicated myself to locking away every criminal that I can. And now, have this happen right in front of me. This child, there was a certain shared fate, a common bond between.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here. How about we use this handkerchief here? Dry your little eyes. Oh. Fair enough. At least it's not his coat.
Ugh, my cravat! Don't blow your nose on that! I feel better now. Thanks.
Oh, it's... I could talk to him. Let me talk to you. Oh, I just pressed X.
Yes, what is it? Looks like the girl has finally calmed down.
Yes, I believe I can take my time and talk to them.
It's so disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
Mr. Von Karma said the exact same thing earlier. But Francisca, I don't think you two are that far apart in terms of age.
I'm about to become a prosecutor, so understand that I'm nothing like that little girl.
Hey Luna, thanks for lurking. Oh, thank you. 29. Thank you for the 29 months. Wow. Wait, how much was... Dude was here for 65 months. Jeez. I always think that I haven't been streaming for that long, and then that happens. And I'm like, I've been streaming for that long. Hey, are you going to be alright?
Yep, I'm already alright.
Somehow, I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. Yeah, things get investigated. Exactly.
I promised Daddy that I'd never cry in front of strangers.
You're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right.
Except, describe.
Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
So you're a very good child for keeping the promises you make to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry just for you. You absolutely did. Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. Job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So to your prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. I've been working really hard.
I see. What have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
There's a notebook with all the promises. Oh my god. Promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be a strange diary of sorts. Father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Thank you for showing it to me, eh? I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kate, I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too.
Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? I hand out verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Everyone just wants to be a hero.
Yes, and thanks to your oh-so-heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy is not a bad man, okay?
The poor judge is being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier?
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while, and then we went on our own way.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right? Ah, you got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister.
Very well, then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, you did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. That's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. He's not bullying. He's trying to ask questions so that answers may be had.
Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest? Yow!
I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your ruffly thing.
Yes, well, now that it's positively drenching your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one.
Daddy said, never take things from a stranger.
Ah, it's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see? It's right here, on this page.
Never go anywhere with a stranger. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me the next time we meet.
Okay, Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Do I need to... Is the game too loud? Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kay in that hallway. Ugh.
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy! Miles Edgeworth, there's still something you have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon.
You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us.
But that's well.
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why.
So, what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious that the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. It's the balloon, because it popped right when the gun...
Take that!
This is that piece of evidence.
What are you showing me that for? It doesn't seem to add anything to conversation.
I don't get what you're trying to say with that. Or do you just like showing it off?
Are you gonna give that to me, mister?
Wait, no? I don't feel that the court needs to enter that into the court record at this time. What? What is wrong with everyone? Why are they all teasing me all of a sudden? Although, it's possible that perhaps I made a mistake and that's why. Now then, back to the topic at hand. Detective Gumshoe lied for Kay's sake. I know I hold the evidence which shows the reason why. Wait, it's not that? Not the Swiss rolls again, is it? Hold on, what's this? Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Okay, be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises. Okay, love your daddy. Wait. Why would I don't quite understand the logic, but this is the only thing I can make sense of.
Take that!
No, it's not the right one. At least I'm not losing any, like, health points. Is it this?
Take that!
It is. Mr. Faraday in Kay's promise notebook, how does this explain anything? You could take a look at this page. It's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. Oh, and she took the Swiss roll from Gumshoe, who is a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay.
What a foolishly foolish fools of a foolish reason for a fool! Yow! Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why.
Gummy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. Been standing guard for a while. It's getting really hungry. And after that snack vending machine... And that snack vending machine was taunting me. All the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in the machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, he showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, and I wanted to buy Swiss roll. But I only had about $1 in coins.
So we pulled my 5 and her 1 together and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Your Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. You didn't really get it from me, you know?
Told me you'd be okay.
Shh, we don't talk about these things.
And he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy.
Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. Sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway. Okay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. I was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. Just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
Oh, sorry. Whoa, you really got me there, pal.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me, is that it?
You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister.
Alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. About this Swiss roll. Would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe you have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murder.
Objection!
Oh.
Yeah, actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime.
What do you mean? Well, by that logic, Kay is also capable because she was also there.
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Hugh.
I'm getting lectured on manners.
by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what do we have here? What is a child doing here in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away. Miss Callisto, you. That girl is Mr. Faraday's. I know, so what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however. As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see? Isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He's the only person who've gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. I have no counter-argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. The investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes out of your negligence. Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Don't, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. So, we're back to square one. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. Ooh. Do-do-do-do-do. Save? Let's save over where we were, which was this one. I'm gonna eat some breakfast. Okay, this is lobby number 1. I'm trying to determine if the criminal is either you or Bad. Because they both have a motive. So I'm wondering if they might be the criminal. Especially you. Since she has like a revenge plot going on. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna let this go without reading. Because I just want to finish my breakfast.
That's her uncle? That's this. No. Huh. I kind of like the nickname Gummy. That really fits Gumshoe. Oh, okay. Okay, can't find strangers. You can't say no to her, can you? Up. Hey, what's up? For 9 months. Thank you. Has it really been that long? Has it really been that long? It doesn't feel like it. Is that like... Man, have I known you for 3 years? It literally does not feel like it. Time is crazy. What is time? Time is a construct. Oh, you bet. You know I have to be. I can't wait to see where that'll go. So Cave Room 3 is gonna be like about Uncle and the main character, right? Because they were flying off to like escape. You know, I love that so far it's all ended with the dragon and the person flying away. You know, you can almost start a trend back up. In Cave Room 1, the end scene is a dragon flying with one person. In Cave Room 2, the end scene is a dragon flying away with 2 people. You can just start adding to that. 3 will have, yeah. The third ending, the ending scene will be a dragon flying away with 3 people. And then when you make the sequel, it always starts with the dragon flying into the scene with all of the people. It's early, like the patterns are there. I feel like we can start this trend. Like what happens in the middle could be completely unrelated, but it's always gonna start and end with like the amount of people flying on a dragon, depending on the sequel number. Eventually it'll be like 10 people, but they're, you know those like plane acrobats back in the day where they're like standing on top of the plane as the plane's doing tricks? To be like that. They're all like teeth. I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Alright, counting on.
Oh, that's right. Hey, mister.
Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't a bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. I wandered off while I was pondering. One of the windows in this lobby is open. The air conditioner is working just fine in this room. Why did I open it, I wonder? This decorative plant's leaves are shinier than the ones on the plant in lobby number 2.
That's probably because it's next to the windows where it's easier to photosynthesize.
You might be right. Plus the curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2.
Caretakers of this courthouse don't think enough about the plants, do they?
That's because of the courthouse caretakers. A bunch of botanists. That expensive painting is still ill-suited to be hanging on the wall of the room.
I wonder if a guard detail should be placed on it.
Why do you say that?
Well, a desperate low-paid detective might make off with it someday. You never know.
You might be thinking about hiring a guard. It's obvious she isn't factoring in that guard's salary whatsoever. No! I didn't want to leave! That was way too easy. Wish there was a prompt rather than just a...
And an incredibly strong-scented herbal tea.
I fear that more than being relaxing, this scent might make one a bit heady instead. You put in a special request for that. No wonder she's so violent if she's been drinking this stuff the whole time. Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic, ever. He's permanently in that, like, kind of angry pose. May not look like much, but I find that ordinary tables like this one are very useful.
I think it's time they brought a new one. I wonder if they will replace this table if I hit it enough with my whip.
Much too heavy-handed method if I ever saw one. This television is the same model as the one in the defendant lobby number 2.
Looks like the 2 rooms are basically the same in terms of layout and supplies.
Yes. The 2 are basically the same. Detective Bat, what exactly was Kay searching? Nothing that concerns you, boy.
Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with Kay.
It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to wait. Sounds like you'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. Don't have any. See. Be that as it may, we still have questions that need answers to.
Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? On entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. He spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened a window. But that smell's still here. Perfume, huh? With a sweet scent in the air is perfume. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand. He said it's a famous brand for overseas. It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. She just really wanted. No disrespect, but you forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. I was born for much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail. Ugh. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Angel. Now we have the perfume. Just fantastic.
Thank you for the hydrate, Serves. How are you? You're well. No need to reply if you'd prefer to just keep lurking. You apparently are. You have been, like, winning the jump catch game. GG's. Is that all you wanted to talk about? Into it? Heck yeah.
If so, I'm going back to investigating.
Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. Ooh, nudes. I just finished breakfast, so cheers to the food. So you were in this room the entire recess. Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here.
At least your story is consistent.
Earlier, you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu.
Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway.
She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in two different locations. Yes, I am. Interesting.
Speaking of that lawyer, he seems to have a great dislike for you.
Let's see, Miss Yu was the sister of the victim of the KG-8 incident. And as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case.
You knew?
I also know that today's trial involving the Kodofian embassy staff member being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me. You told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday. And the KG-8 incident. If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you. Oh, Surfs, before I forget, don't forget to hydrate yourself, stretch, and especially your wrists. Stretch those if you've been video editing all day. And make sure that you get yourself not too stiff in your chair. And that's for anyone watching, really. Stretch your wrists, stretch your body, posture check. Yeah. All of you do your care packages. If you're working on something, make sure you save. Alright. Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident. Not exactly a happy story. other than the people who were directly involved. You two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. Oh, I wonder if that was strange for the release. He's just, like, eating a lollipop. The honest truth behind the KG8 incident. Faraday, you and I. As you already know, we three were involved with the KG8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring. I mean, the smuggling case involving one of the Amano's group's secretaries. That trial was just a front.
A facade?
Yeah, but the case became tainted.
All because the witness who was going to testify
about the Amano group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed. Then what became the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Deverett. We just arrested him. Sorry, he was just murdered in the case before this one, I believe. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Deverett was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. Boss man of the Amano group? You can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just a detective man's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do? Suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with the smuggling? He is involved with the smuggling.
I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go?
If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece, was supposed to protect them both. You did mention that as well. About how Detective Man was supposed to guard her sister. But even I, who was supposed to protect them, fell into their trap.
What kind of a trap?
The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. You mean you were fired upon?
You were shot at that many times in one gunfight?
It'd be funny if it wasn't. No, only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG8 incident. I see. I mean, for the fact that his jacket has holes and is still solid like that, it's pretty good. Couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. Hey, Britta! Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. That's good, that's good. We're just finishing up. I want to finish up Miles Edgeworth so I can start playing Earthbound. Since that's another long one. So, this is why we're here today. About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day the verdict of the KG8 incident was handed down, was it not? Yes, Faraday and I. We apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do. But just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face.
Well, you certainly had a lot of self-control to stop with just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough.
I suppose not.
You said it herself.
That she never wanted to see either of us ever again. And after that, you've seen him many times over, correct?
Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG8 incident, had come to a close.
We continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. Is a ring really that big? It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was a prosecutor, and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney. Her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them. Oh, sorry. Must have been someone. That might have been Edgeworth. Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason. Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect.
I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding to the KG8 incident, all right?
And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer?
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. Doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable.
You're so naive, little girl.
Whew.
I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of Avant Karma?
Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all. The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again, in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together. But you two seems to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case. Did we touch a nerve? I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Yeah, because it was Faraday. Faraday was the Yatagarasu. I guess he's helping him. Yeah. I mean, it's not too Crimson Chenny. You just realized that you got that emote? It's always nice when you find a fun new emote. I do like that one. A little toast. I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify this time. Prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either. I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatagarasu is what's necessary. You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me? What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu. What? KG-8 incident and this second KG-8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd?
Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and spit it out already.
I believe that there must be a reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time. A reason, huh? And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu. It will help you solve this case. Then I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu.
What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident.
Ugh! Still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are three main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. I see, so those are the Yatagarasu's special traits.
Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief.
The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. Yeah, because it's either you or Faraday who was the Yatagarasu, or Faraday was the Yatagarasu, and Bad helped clean up if there was any evidence left behind. That's why he's like the chief investigator whenever the Yatagarasu comes up. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't a real Yatagarasu right away.
But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodofian embassy, the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence. Till now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. Evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it? That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure. Just what sort of card is it? Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. Ah, that's how Detective Bad knew Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? Zana would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. If you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir. Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. Eat. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself. And to play a part in the ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he's still so sad. He is, at his honor, is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give a testimony.
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict.
Francisca, there's no need to further depress his honor.
I'm not trying to, Miles.
Your honor. Your honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your honor, the evidence? Your honor! Oh! You, yes. Can I help you? I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir.
Your Honor, you think you can stay focused long enough at least to do your job?
Yes, I'm sorry. I would accept that the defense attorney has yet to arrive. He's busy with the investigation. So let's keep this brief, shall we? Yeah, very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murder, Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigations of their case. Understood, Your Honor. Pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. Maybe even something that will finally lead to the truth. I placed over all the evidence at the prosecutor's bench for you. See, thank you very much. I'll go and confirm that they are all accounted for. It appears that the judge is still a bit dispirited.
Stop that! You're being so depressing!
Ugh. You should listen to her, Your Honor, before things go from bad to worse. Although it can't really get much worse for him other than to be whipped by her. Evidence of Miss Euclid is just sitting here on his table.
You know you can't just walk off with it, right?
Of course I do. Miss Hugh must have been caught off guard by her client's sudden accusation. I wonder how he would have defended Mr. Rell in that case if he was still alive. He wasn't. The plan was to murder. Hey, Rose! 28 points! Oh my gosh, thank you, everyone. Everyone's like subbing today. I genuinely appreciate all of you. You are fueling my artistic funds and the hobby funds. How are you, Rose? Hope you're doing well. The Jet Set. I hope you had fun with the Jet Set Radio yesterday. I was lurking for a while. Then I had to go on a walk. You've never seen Miles in action? Yeah, this is very different from... I don't know if you've played the original Phoenix Wright games, but this is quite different from that. In that you're not really doing the court cases. We're really doing the detective's job. Like, as a prosecutor, this is not part of your job. But, you know, we're doing it. Jet Set Radio, yes, it is wonderful. It is wonderful. I'm glad you're enjoying your time there. And I really wish that they... I know that there's a game that was made in recent years that was similar to Jet Set Radio. I forgot what it's called. If Herb was here, he would know, because I remember watching that in Herb's stream. So there is another game out there that's very similar to Jet Set Radio. Probably. That sounds familiar. That sounds correct. So yeah, it's very good, and the soundtrack is good. Ugh. Overall, a fun time. It was very unique, and like, I want more. I want more stuff like that, you know? But if you're interested in playing this game, I am quite further into this particular case. About to investigate some of the evidence. But it's a really solid game, this one. Honestly, the only thing that is difficult streaming it is voicing everything. I'm probably going to need to make myself another mug of tea. So this is the evidence related to today's Cadofian Embassy trial for Mr. Faraday's bag.
You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right?
Yes, finally, we can now take a look at the evidence itself, and not just the data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time.
Agreed. I want to take a good look at all of the evidence from the embassy murder, too.
Why is that?
Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about.
Ugh. Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something.
Don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today.
At least someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma. It's all so real to see.
It's all so real to see the knife up close.
So we have a knife, a gun, and an envelope. What's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? We found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation. Detective Bad said that.
What a strange stroke of luck.
Well, never look at a gift horse in the mouth. Might as well flip through it, too. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, let's look at everything. It's a knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday.
Would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act.
It's never crossed your mind that you use your riding crop for the wrong purpose? It's gun. It's originally used to kill the Cadofian Embassy staff member. When the crime scene was reported, responding police found Mr. Rell still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest.
And then the gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. Mr. Faraday's organizer. Here's he was in the habit of using. Looks like he wrote in his strategy for getting Mr. Rell convicted down in here. I've collected the evidence I need to prove that Rell was the killer. I mean, the handgun Rell had on him, and when he was arrested in the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one. He is of Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rell was the killer in the case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence I can use to prove that Rell is not the real Yatagarasu. Video. That might be what, like, the handgun? No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key to prove that he's a phony. I can present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. Very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared. Discredit any claim Mr. Rell may have made about being the real Yatagarasu.
And that he had a way to prove that Mr. Rell was the guilty party in the embassy murder.
Organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. Take my time and give it a thorough read later.
Look! There's a picture stuck between the pages here.
It appears to be.
A rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design. Just look at the design on the handle.
The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in this organizer?
The Yatagarasu's key?
Detective Bad said something earlier. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodofian embassy, the Yatagarasu. I should stop reading those because we've read that before. I'm not gonna read them. Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep this secret key safe. Prosecutor in both the Yatagarasu and smuggling cases, not to be expected. That's odd.
What is it?
Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer. It's like a butterfly knife and the other side is a key! You can already see like how the knife would like fold out and it'll have those wavy edges. I know, dun dun dun. Like I saw it immediately. When I saw the key, I was like, this is part of the knife in some capacity. Is what I thought immediately.
That certainly is odd.
The weapon that was used to kill the Kodofian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from?
Isn't it obvious it was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rell? That's the only logical conclusion, right?
No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside.
In that case, how do you suppose the knife ended up inside the courthouse?
You need to think carefully here. There is nothing related to the knife written in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there's one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one else have claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have any answer for me?
Actually, I do know the answer, Francisca.
What? And what is it?
One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own. And it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. It's the key. I mean, look at it. All you need to do is swivel, like the handle, and you would have the thing.
Take that!
This Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
I love the animations. You just need to look a bit closer, friends. See what I mean? Don't the color and the ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything?
They do remind me of the knife.
Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in this photo and the murderer's knife have this very unique design on the handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You don't seriously mean to say?
It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are, in fact, one and the same.
But that's impossible!
Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife a little more in detail. The weapon that was used to kill Mr. Faraday
handle and the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them. Look, there's even a flower-shaped design in this gold section here. If this hadn't been used for a tool for murder, I'd want it for myself. He seems to be drawn to the embellishments. Too bad this isn't mine to give. Is Francisca wrong or with Miles or auditing Miles? Working with yes. So the reason this case, Miles was really the one. Okay. So Francisca is Mr. Von Karma's daughter. He is a prosecutor that Miles trained under. So in this particular case, Von Karma assigned Miles to work this case, actually. But then Francisca is she's a little younger, but as you can see, quite fiery. And she was upset that she wasn't chosen to help with the case. And so she has then promptly inserted herself into helping with the case and turned it into some kind of, at the time, what she claimed is a game. So she's doing both. I can't believe we can't talk about the handle, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, let me zoom out because that's too close. I can't believe it turned in. Oh, I wish they didn't close it. So now there's like blood gunk inside the handle. I can't believe it turned into a key. To think there was such a trick to this thing. So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatagarasu stole. This information is more critical than anything we've learned up till now. Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in this organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea that the key was holding a knife blade inside. Knack! Hi. What's up? Hey, Carly! 33 months! Holy crackers! Ooh, thank you. Can whoever did that also do the SO? Oh my gosh! Oh! My first actual stream of the year, and we hit a hype train? You guys are too lovely. You guys are too lovely. Nana, could you do the exclamation point SO as well? There you go. Thank you. Shaq Fu! Oh, that must. Oh, now I'm gonna have to check that VOD. How was Shaq Fu? Long time no see, Joda. Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. Shaq Fu is oof. There's a reason that Shaq Fu is in the awful block in Games Done Quick. Not this year, but I've seen it there. Such a good game. I love that. Nak was like, oof, and then immediately after that, Boast is like, such a good game. It's so telling. Oh, I love that. Ooh, Nak, I have a question for you while I have you here. The project you've given me, is it okay that I stream working on that, or would you rather not? Because I'm thinking of doing that. Working on it on stream on Thursday. But I wanted to ask to be safe. Yeah, thank you everyone for the subs. What a wonderful warm welcome you've all given me. Thank you so much. And thank you for the raid. We're playing Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. Fun as always. My voice is getting a workout, but it's been fun. Would probably be okay. Gotta be I won't say a word.
But I will. Okay, but I won't like say what it's for. Everyone has to be cool about it. Okay, we'll be cool. You hear that, everyone? So on Thursday when I'm working on it, everyone just needs to be cool about it. Okay? Cool about it. Yes, yes, you did. I should work on the project you gave me too on stream. I could do that next stream. Yeah, everyone be cool. Rose! Thank you for the bits. That's a rare one. I'll tell you that, Rose. You're one of, like, I can, like, count within 2 hands the number of times people have put bits into this channel. Thank you. Try to get more stuff on it done then. I mean, if you want to. No full rush. Actually, like, I need to, like, check the stuff that you gave me. Because I don't think... Like, you gave me kind of like, oh, this, and this. But I wasn't exactly sure on what you wanted me to work on first. Or if you just wanted me to sketch things, I'm gonna, like, have to double check on that. I just recall when I read it at first that, like, you were thinking about what things should look like and what this needs to be drawn, but I didn't really get it. But Gorley! Thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, you guys are too lovely. See, if you look at the bit counter that's going on top, it's literally just Rose and Pagorli. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, I'm so moved right now. I'm so happy. Mostly just like character cards and board BG for now. Gotta figure out how the cards are gonna be. God, that emote in that size is a little unreal. Gotta say. What does that do? On-screen celebration. That's new. I don't know what that is. What is that? What does that do? Like, Knack redeemed it, but I have no idea what it does, and it didn't seem to have come up. It puts a bunch of emotes on screen? Oh. Did it put emotes? I didn't see it. Is it just like on the, like, Twitch video? Oh, I missed it. Because I'm only looking through OBS. I don't think that goes through me. It's on the Twitch end? Gotcha. I missed it. That's okay. Thank you, though. Thank you for the on-screen celebration. I could do this. Hold on. I have this up from earlier. What? What is this? Can I not do it? Can I not trigger this? Okay, just ignore what's about to happen. Yeah, I could do this. So then you can see all the emotes in the chat. Oh, but genuinely, thank you everybody for all the subs and the emotes, the bigify, the bits. This is a rare event for this channel. This is a rare event. Thank you. And now Pagorli, Rose, and Knack are gonna be forever up there. But if anyone needs to, like, rest up from your raid, if you need a break from looking at a screen or from, like, Shaq Fu and whatnot, please feel free. It's not mandatory to be here, like I always say. We're just gonna keep playing Miles Edgeworth here. You guys grab that after stream care that you need. Make sure you stretch yourselves, you get hydrated. Stretch those wrists, very important. And we're gonna continue investigation, we just found out that this key is also a knife. It's a butterfly knife. Also, it's something that I learned not like super recently, but relatively recently, like within the past 3 years. I didn't know that the butterfly knife was invented in the Philippines. So, there we go. And that it is banned from many countries. Because of like just how it is. It's like a concealed knife. Yeah, in Tagalog we call that balisong. And like people who can like skillfully unearth a butterfly knife, it's quite mesmerizing. Gonna get some stuff done, grab dinner? Heck yeah. Yes, please. I'm hoping that I can get to finish your commission either this week or next week, because I won't be streaming a lot next week because I have work almost all day next week. It's so busy. But it will be finished before this month ends. I promise that. But yes, have a good dinner. Take care. And that's for everyone and anyone who comes in and decides to leave the online space. Very healthy for you to do so. I will resume. Hold on. You know what? Before I go do that, I'm gonna take a quick burp and just put the kettle back on because I need it. I can feel my throat going. I feel that I will need a next bit of tea, and I'm down to a very small amount at the moment. Other stuff on it too? Heck yeah. Alright, see you. And remember everyone, we're gonna be cool on Thursday. Everyone be cool about it. Yes! Good job, Nana. You recognized all of them. I still want to work on this. Actually, like, Bard Nana. I have so many good characters, you know? Lemonk, Valkyrie. I had Oranger. And Valkyrie is still my favorite, though. I think it's such a good pun. And the design is cool too. I like Valkyrie's design. I don't have an image that I can show, but you know what? Maybe I'll work on them more this year. You remind me. Okay. While the kettle is starting to roil to a boil, let's keep going. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was holding a knife blade inside. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to the knife trick would have killed Mr. Faraday. Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than Mr. Faraday. It's you. Or Brad. Why would he have killed Faraday? No. I do think it's you. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's bad. It's one of those two. Meaning that the only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu. Then maybe Mr. Rel really was the Yatagarasu. He was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier, yeah, I didn't know anything that came in the white card. I see. Alright then, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is
someone else, and that person is the real Yatagarasu.
Seems that this key is truly the key to solving the case. Alright, let's check out this. A quick look through these documents before the trial started.
Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it.
Suppose I should explain it to you then.
Yes, you should. Perfectly, in its entirety, if you please.
On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Mackerel was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned, because a murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot. Simpleton of a man, that's what he was.
Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had.
Mr. Rell was caught in the act on film by a security camera. Was even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice a security camera. The Cadopian Embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area.
So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself?
Yes, the surveillance video and security camera took. It was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rell. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear.
So the footage included sound, huh?
I don't think I'd ever want to see
The moment of someone's death in real life.
Me neither. Except maybe he did already. That's odd. We're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
A video showing the moment in which Mr. Rell committed the murder. Oh! Kettle is telling me that I need to grab it.
I'll be right back.
Your beef and I. Right, I'm back. Let me put a timer for my tea. So that's a calculator. That's not gonna help me. Where is it? Oh. Right. Alright. Timer is now on for my tea. Let's continue playing. For a moment, I worried that I forgot to, like, unmute. Where could he have gone indeed? Are you done with your inspection of the evidence? Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties? What? No, I dare not neglect my duties. What do you take me for? No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial. The surveillance video is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene? There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I'll have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime. Defendant lobby number 2. Thank you. Doing my best. Whoa, it's that guy! That guy becomes a prosecutor. So, for those unfamiliar, the scene that we're going through right now, we're in the past. So this is a past investigation that we're doing. That's Detective Bad. But who is he with? Never seen that officer before. Oh, sorry, that's Francisca. I thought that was Bad. I've never seen that officer before. So, did you find it? No, not yet, and I've looked everywhere. See, well, please continue with the search. Understood. I'll continue the search. So you're the one running the show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes. Wait, no, this is the guy from, the Ling family, whatever have you. Unless I'm mistaken, he was just at the previous one. He was a prosecutor too. How dare you? Just who do you think you are? Just walks away. What was that all about, and who was that man just now? Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him? I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids? It looks like you were paying attention after all. Of course I will. I have eyes in the back of my head. Oh, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. That's actually really smart. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rather rude man just now? The guy came here from the Republic of Zhengfa to study. He's Agent Lang. Yep, it's the right one. We won against him in the case that we were in before this one.
He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family.
Well, I think it was a prosecutor that did it too.
He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of detainment from scratch. By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication. He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy's more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude.
Yes, unfortunately. Oh, Gummy.
Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time.
I agree. However, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to.
Francesca.
Wait. Oh, I turned it off. I have to go to the other screen? Silly. Alright. I'm gonna go grab my tea. I'll be right back.
I return with tea.
Option. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad?
Earlier, that little girl was poking around in lobby number 1 as well.
Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you. I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. Fine, if this is the game that I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him.
That is one tiny TV.
Detective Gumshoe was rather shocked at this and said it's huge compared to his own.
Anything you compare with something he owns will always seem grandiose.
Grandiose. Sorry.
Grandiose.
Speaking of grandiose, I'd say that ego of yours could use a little deflating.
Was this table here all along?
I suppose so.
Objection!
Well, clearly it's out of place. When you take the sofa into consideration, that table is much too tall.
I get the impression that the two are not meant to be used as a set. Huh?
I knew that.
Seems she's lost her calm sense of judgment in her eagerness to defeat me. Wonder if the killer used these plastic bags in a flash of inspiration.
With that, Detective, I somehow doubt he's that quick-witted.
So you're saying that this crime was thought out in advance?
With that, Detective, I somehow doubt he's capable of making such a complex plan.
Francisca, when will you learn to take responsibility for your statements? Must be tired, Francisca. You had to take a short break on that sofa.
Surely you jest. Me sit on that tiny, dirty, disgusting thing?
That detective said he could sleep all 25 hours on tail. Ah! God dang it. Wanted to check the plant. Decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. Okay, I can't check the paint. Curtains are shut tight.
The color of those curtains is rather gloomy. For a place where people's lives are into balance. They could have chosen to hang something a little more cheery, you know?
I know, however, I think the designer had more things to think about than the lobbies.
Well, as of on karma, I would afford any location related to the law extra attention to detail.
Bit obsessive, aren't we? Suppose it's impossible to enter exit through these windows thanks to these bars.
I suppose you're right.
Actually, that's not true. But a person of small stature could slip in. Francisca, would you care to help me test my theory? Ugh. I must remember to be more tactful around the vertically challenged. Wait, how would that... No. That would have nothing to do with if they could fit through some bars. Do you have anything to tell me? Alright. Earlier, you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You're quite a busy man, Detective Bad. Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? You don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Ugh, boy, you'll see. I will draw my answer from you one way or another.
Would it kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation?
I gave Faraday's notebook. Judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think? Please, we are asking you for just a bit more of your cooperation. Don't push me. I'd like to ask again about what happened around the time of the crime. I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about? But aren't you supposed to know everything?
Good.
Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence.
I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. Alright, let's present. Let's present the knife. Well, is it just the knife?
Detective Bad, did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph?
Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday is this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same?
What? That's impossible! It looks like you didn't know after all.
This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this? I noticed that since a little while ago, you appeared to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for? Yeah, that's right. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, he disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key what took Faraday's life? Detective Bad. So that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more. All right. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Faraday. It sounds like you lost someone close to you. He was a battle buddy. We fought through a lot together. A boy with a silver spoon in his mouth couldn't possibly understand society's dark underbelly. Although honestly, I suppose he's right. I don't have anyone I relate to in that way. Well, it's not as though I long for someone like that. Nor am I good at getting close. No. Okay, it's just I don't wanna. Detective Bad, I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. The answer is still the same. This is the last time I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. Find the truth behind this case. I was in lobby number 1 talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. Saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2.
It sounds like the exact same story he told us before.
Indeed, however, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. Alright, time to press. Press on every single sentence.
Hold it!
Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? Answer me. Who knows? She just said that she had something she wanted to talk to me about. You wanted an alibi. That's what it is. You killed them. Wanted an alibi, so she put the tape on like the shooting into the TV. Because the shot was heard as clear as day, right? From the evidence. So she had that play, called Bad to lobby number 2, so that she could have proof that she was innocent and was there. Maybe she might have even planned to kill Bad, who knows? But I think at this point in time, I think it's you. We walked into lobby number 1 together. That's all. This answer remains the same as before, I see.
Hold it!
I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu. Trivial stuff. There's nothing important. That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then. This one.
Hold it!
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear any other strange sounds. Still that gunshot. The gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder. That would give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now. Or...
Hold it!
Detective Bad, you honestly don't remember hearing anything else? Yeah. Is it possible you were so involved in your conversation that you missed something? I've been a detective for a long time, even if I were involved in something. I've got quite the habit of keeping tabs on everything that goes on around. If there had been some other strange sound, you can be sure I would have heard it. Renegade! Hey! How are you? Oh, you know what? I didn't see what emotes were handed out earlier from the hype train that happened. How are you? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. I mean, I did greet you Happy New Year also, but before. I suppose with this detective, that's probably very likely. So the gunshot. We heard it. You and I immediately dashed into the hallway together.
Hold it!
And why did the two of you dash out into the hallway straight away? Because we clearly heard the sound of a gunshot. And we knew it came from somewhere nearby. How did you know that it was a gunshot? My line of work, you hear enough of them to know. I suppose it's only natural for a detective to know what a real gunshot sounds like. It's been pretty decent. No complaints. I mean, you know, getting back to work and all that stuff's always gonna be like a I think everyone has that feeling. Hope you've had a first good week of the year. Personally, not including the state of the world. The only person I could think of whose life would have been in danger was Faraday. That's why I ran out to the hallway right away and headed for where he was. I saw Gumshoe goof around there, and we all ran into lobby number 2.
Hold it!
Detective Gumshoe was there in the hallway? Yeah. Why didn't you attest to that earlier? When I saw Gumshoe, it was after I'd heard the gunshot. Having seen him then didn't change the fact that he still could have done the deed. Ugh. It sounds exactly like what Detective Bad told us before, however. There's something in particular we should be asking the detective about. There's just might be. No one knew that the knife is actually the Yatakarasu's key. Reflecting on that, perhaps there's one other thing that we know now, but Detective Bad doesn't yet. Yes, that should be my angle of attack. Okay. So I think... I need to present, like, the video evidence? Hold on. Let me check my notes. Because, like, for me, logically, I have several ideas that could relate to this. Now, the only problem is... Oh. Me?
Objection!
I'm not sure. Okay. That wasn't the right one. Okay, yeah, that was the one. I was like, I had several ideas. So, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding. Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon? Yeah, I was sitting here with her up until the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So, what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point? What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway, right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Oh, so the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh? On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So? Don't give me a so.
We just proved that there is a flaw in your testimony.
The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. Since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and the walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked.
What is that supposed to mean?
Doors and the walls are super thick. Window panes are double layered. Top of it all off, even the curtains are made of special sound-absorbing material. Then you mean... Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there's no way I could have heard that sound. Then that means you couldn't have heard the gunshot either. I knew that's what he was going to say.
And that means that Scruffface's testimony is completely useless. The rooms are soundproofed, and of course he wouldn't hear any signs of a struggle.
That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now do you get it, kids?
Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around.
The other way around? Not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? You mean how? It would appear. But you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Oh, how so? The rooms are as soundproof as you say they are. Then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. Guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought. Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it boil down to? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, State of the crime scene? Wait, can it be? Yep. We're all gonna logic it together. Thing is, it could be this. mind, because I need to put 2 together and then put the results of that together, I meant. So, let's do this first. Makes sense. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through the barred windows. Yet, the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, corporeal things can move freely through these open, barred windows. Oh, what? Ugh. I thought I needed to put those 2 together and then those 2 together, but I guess not. Now then, what else besides a smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess, and brought back here. It disappeared after that time. Then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that is missing. The evidence that the missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one else could have been able to hear in the first place. Miles, what have you been thinking about? Stop wasting time thinking and let's start looking again. Not a waste of time to think, for I've figured out the where we should look. And where would that be? I believe we should examine the television. TV? I'm sad that I've overlapped their sprites together. Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Yeah, she does that a lot. I mean, she didn't smack anyone right there, but... because you'd know. When she smacks someone, you'll see the person who she smacked react. But she does smack people around with the riding crop. When she's older, she has a whip. The scent of flowers is being blown in from the outside. I think it softens the heavy air in here somewhat. Yeah, exactly. Gumshoe is in the worst state of that. He always gets hit. Windows open in both lobby number 1 and 2 are open. Maybe they were trying to air out the room just like in lobby number 1. Oh, sorry, that was Francisca. Or maybe they sought to ease some of the tension through some fresh air. With Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell in the same room, I imagine the latter to be the case. But was there really a need to open a window just for that? Nope, it's to let the sound out. Earlier, when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made the most terrible racket. You mean Scruffy turned the television on, right? Yeah, I know. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops. At least, it did to me. I wonder why that is. I wonder why indeed. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it. Tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape, would it not be the missing surveillance tape? I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it be alright for you if I verified the contents of this video? Sure, knock yourself out. Alright, then let's rewind this and see what we have. If I remember correctly, the footage of Rell killing the embassy staff member should be at about 30-minute mark from the start of the tape. Understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see. This is the footage of Mr. Rell shooting the embassy staff member. I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along. This sound. What's the meaning of this? Here's that Detective Bad has figured out the source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
Do you mean that you've figured it out then?
Yes. All I have to do now is show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from.
Fine, in that case, show me what you've deduced.
Now, to show what the gunshot detectives Bad was, and through where they heard it from. Press until... Yeah, so... Did you?
Eureka!
Door. If the door and the windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used a gun. The killer could have used a gun, and no one would have been the wiser.
That's true. This courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were.
However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu. All three of them heard the gunshot.
Well, the windows in lobby number 1, 2, and the hallway were open. So naturally, the people in those locations could hear it.
Ah, but then why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
Allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose.
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this.
But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction.
Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. The killer wanted to manipulate our thoughts regarding the murder weapon.
Miles, we already know that the murder weapons are genuine. The forensic scientists have already proven that.
What? Okay, it was a crime scene then. Killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so.
So that's why the tape was left running.
You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. Must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period, and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer. Yay! Mr. Edgeworth! Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over. Come along. I want to hear what she has to say. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth. I think it's you. That's the right motive. Oh, there's Kay! She's still here. Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for has already... Hey, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it.
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? Means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer. Any little task will do.
Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought.
practically her second dad. He's known her since she was a bab. I knew it. I knew that we were gonna go to this, like, setup. Because it has to.
I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Wasn't that when he plays Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you?
We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds.
Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery.
Why, Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander.
Have to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out. I know, seriously. Hit her with the crop. If there's anything, the people she hits, I think, are usually either the guys or joke characters. I haven't seen her hit like a kid or a lady.
Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements of every single person's movement during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there's no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe.
I know. I want Francisca to hit her so bad. So the reason she laughs, she explains earlier, is that, like, that's the way she deals with, like, stress, is through laughter. That's why she laughs a lot. But, anyway. A boot to the head, yes! That's all you have.
Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion. And this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for rebuttal. And we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? Absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing.
Alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony.
My logic is correct and I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. Which is you. You! You are the real killer! Use argument.
But everyone, since the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have been thoroughly investigated, right?
I also confirmed that there's no possible escape route from lobby number 2.
Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion.
That Detective Gumshoe is the killer.
Now that you have your testimony, expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth.
But of course, we need to confront her logic head on right now.
I should instead focus on drawing out any trump card she has up her sleeve.
So, right now, that's what they tell us is to press. You press every sentence.
Hold it!
The suspect? And I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you, this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll. Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking.
I see she's done her research well. Which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump cards. Okay, yeah. I kind of just want to... We just press every sentence. That's what it is. You press everything. Sounds silly, but sometimes what you gotta do. Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. The scrunched eyebrows and the lines on your forehead are back! Anyway, if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2,
has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window into the garden? That's the first place everyone looks, silly.
Police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They look into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence. It suggests someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape?
Of course I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, a place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future.
There you go. There you go. I know, right, Nana? Oh God, she's so I hate you. Miss you. I gotta put miss in front of her name because it's too confusing when I just say you.
Hold it!
You may think it's unshakable, but to me, there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? But you're the only one still wondering that.
Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing.
Not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you... Yeah, see, so this wouldn't have happened if I didn't press on every single sentence. So, you gotta do that sometimes. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisco or myself speaking with you about the subject.
Ah, but there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi.
I see.
As for the little missy, he came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I am the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or bailiff or anyone else.
Wait, so basically the only reason Francisca bothered to show up today is because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, monsieur, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time?
What kind of idiot do you take me for? Doesn't matter when the killer went into the lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, you know what? That other guy. He was here earlier. The one who was acquitted. Of murdering her sister. He was here earlier. He might have been the one who killed everyone else. They might have been working together. I'm not sure yet. But because she's trying to get into the heart of that KG incident. And if she got close to that other dude, which is the ambassador, I think. I forgot his name. Hold on. This guy, Manny Cochin. Like, if she started to work with him, she could get further into the KG incident. But he would need, like, this and this guy dead, I think. So it could be you, or it could be Manny Cochin. Because he was here. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard the gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe was the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot was heard went off? What then? The gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception of when the crime took place.
Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in Lobby Number 1. Care to explain how it could have been fabricated?
Yes, I have it right here.
Take that!
That tape?
Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell, the prosecution, presented in today's trial. It was found loaded in the videotape player in Lobby Number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up.
You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video.
Ah, but I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I can think of, too. After committing double homicide, Killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag and turned the television's volume all the way up and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we know now that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Objection!
Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right?
Of course we knew! Didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until a little while ago.
That's right, if the rooms are soundproof, then the sound should have been... Then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet we heard the gunshot clear as day.
And?
That's it, end of story.
But it's not. She's about to break. She's doing the stress animations. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from this soundproof room? There is actually one common point between the Lobby Number 1 and Lobby Number 2. And it is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now, we know that the window in Lobby Number 2 was opened by the killer. However, the window in Lobby Number 1 was also open.
Objection!
It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time.
Objection!
It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window open in Lobby Number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something cause the window to be open. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is... Miss Yu.
Take that!
Miss Callisto Yu. I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell.
What?
You indict me?
Are you serious, Miles?
Why do you think she's the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious. As she is the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, you still feel like laughing now.
Of course I do, Edgeworth.
My argument must not be tight enough yet.
Although I never thought things would spiral into this. I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? You argue that the window was open. However, do you have proof it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this. Especially when the logic as full of holes as yours.
This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down even for a second, or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. Alright, so we need to press on everything.
Hold it!
Evidence? All I need to do is have some prints analyzed and we'd know straight away.
Be my guest.
Sounds as though she has the room to maneuver. It means
Even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else, but why was that someone else forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose. What's wrong? The scrunched eyebrows, lines on your forehead, they're all back. More importantly, are you going to be okay not running a fingerprint analysis?
Yes, I'll be fine.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, all right?
Hold it!
I thought I just proved that it was.
Sure, you proved that the tape was there at the scene of the crime. However, that doesn't prove that it was actually used in said crime.
Unfortunately for you, Miss Yu, the fact that the tape was there at the crime scene itself is very important.
How so?
By the very existence of that tape at the crime scene, proves the possibility that the when of the crime could have been fabricated. And that possibility alone renders all alibis and witness reports irrelevant. Basically, it means that we will need to re-examine every person's movements again. Whether the tape was used in the crime or not, that we can re-evaluate afterward.
So in conclusion, you're admitting that you can't prove it was at this point.
Hold it!
Even if you're shocked, that is of no concern to me. I do things my own way.
Oh? I see that you're not laughing for a change. Because I'm shocked.
Again, you being shocked is of no concern to me. Let's continue with the testimony.
Alright, but let me say just one thing. You shouldn't go around accusing people.
Hold it!
We just have to press on everything. Full of holes? Well, I suppose it might be.
Oh, admitting to your faults now, are we?
At this point in time is what I meant to say.
I should take that to mean you're just as sore loser.
No matter how full of holes my logic may be right now, if I plug them one at a time, I will ultimately make my way to the truth.
What a paradox! Take care not to fall into one of those holes before you fill it up.
God, she's so annoying.
Miles, you remember, don't you? About why window lobby number 1 was open?
Yes, of course I do. That's how I'll attack. Present a reason why the window had to be open. Okay, I have to present it like here.
Objection!
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu?
I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume.
It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know? This isn't mine.
That's right, it's mine, and I received it from Detective Bad, you see.
Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad.
You're so easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume?
While you were in lobby number 1, you make a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad.
Oh, I know.
You also knew that if you spilled it, you would naturally move to open a window.
Objection!
Come now, I've already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard a gunshot through the window.
Objection!
The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. But the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time.
You mean?
Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought up by you, Miss Yu.
Hoo-hoo! You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much.
I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Would you care to testify as to why?
Look, I had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him... That's already a thing. Miles, her testimony. It's flawless.
Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, you won't escape me. I'm lacking in information and just draw it out of her. Time to press on every sentence, as it always. Admittedly, this kind of like pressing on every single thing does get a little old after a while, and you're just like, it kind of removes the thrill of like, okay, which sentence is the one that would catch her off guard?
That you would accuse me of murder based on simple spill. Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character.
Do as you like. As for me, I believe.
You believe?
I believe that you are the true culprit in this case.
My, you're enthusiastic. Of course I should have guessed.
Hold it!
I formally request that you decease in your attack against my mentor.
Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation.
Oh, you're telling the truth.
Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire.
How dare you?
Say such a thing!
Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you.
Oh, why didn't you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue?
Good job, Bad.
Hold it!
Why exactly could you not have killed him?
I was just about to testify to that.
You're such an impatient man.
I'm not really into that, you know, Edgeworth.
Ugh, your preferences have no bearing on what is at hand.
Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we?
Objection!
Miss you will desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. And Miles, you're going to lose your cool. Then I won't show you any mercy.
Sorry. Miss Yu, please continue your testimony.
Sure. I was saying I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday.
Hold it!
Oh, this is a special one. At this rate, she will inevitably escape. If she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag.
Miles, what do you think you're doing?
Drawing the truth out of her, that's what I'm doing.
Huh? I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today.
Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use.
So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Only evidence we had yet to present was the key that Yatagarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on.
Well, you know what? How funny. How funny.
Did you think you could trap me? Come on now, be honest.
I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony.
Sure. Why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. There was a key in his evidence bag, but you can't kill anyone with a simple key.
Hold it!
Miss Yu, I would just like to confirm something with you one more time.
Oh, about what's going to happen to Detective Gumshoe after this?
I don't need to ask you about that, because he isn't the killer.
Looks like the number of wrinkles on your forehead has increased yet again.
That issue aside, Miss Yu, I'd like to ask you about what was inside the bag. You are sure that it was the Yatagarasu's key, correct? Yes, I'm sure. Which is why I'm completely baffled as to where that knife could have come from. I think I've just spotted the road to a perfect victory. Finally, it would appear that you have revealed your true identity. Miles, her final statement! Yes, I know. And all I have to do now is to present the evidence. What is this ominous feeling that I can't shake? Also, she's the Yatagarasu. Okay, I need to press it on the last thing. Hold on. Is this the... See, I'm torn between, like... I feel like I need to prove that she knew that it was the key that he had.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. It's a picture of the key that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it in fact has the secret ability to transform into a knife. Means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu's key. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would, even now, still feign ignorance. I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma. I've heard some very interesting rumors about you. You're mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Take a good look. This piece of... No, don't! She's gonna tear it apart! Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Satisfied now? Of course you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, that's something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at the time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transformed.
Objection!
What you're saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. Or within his pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure what you've written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also impossible. Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt needed to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She doesn't know how to handle stress. She explained that earlier.
He probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. That's not something we need to concern ourselves with.
Suppose you're right. Miss Yu. I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife.
Do you know? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Oh, I will. And I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. That's it. The moment of truth. The secret behind Yatagarasu's key. Only one person would have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife?
Take that!
There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
And that is?
And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself.
Are you saying that this lawyer is a great thief, Yatagarasu?
It's you. You used Mr. Rel to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this? I'm not gonna laugh that much, but she's laughing a lot. Yeah, she's lost it.
Who would have thought that you,
a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me?
You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth.
This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I sneak into some place. You! You killed Faraday? Answer me, Callisto, you! Is it? I mean, it's pretty obvious why.
Callisto, you, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law.
Yeah, I know. No, it's so...
I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through the crack in the door. That Rel caves only to two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue in the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice but to kill them both.
Didn't you say that you despised criminals? But do I really? Have you forgotten about the KG-8 incident too?
Maybe.
What sort of woman would... So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the evidence that you sent?
Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't a Yatagarasu by using his Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key just like that. He never noticed that I changed the key and the knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life.
Could you kill him?
I knew him for a long time, you know? At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death.
Killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. Yeah, actually. She does. He is witness to this crime.
I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd killed each other.
Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught.
However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape. Which is why Hedrel helped me set up the crime scene. And after all that was said and done, I rewarded him all his hard work with a bullet.
You'd be mad funny, yeah. You're defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? A client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first,
it was me. I was the client in the murder of Kadofian Embassy staff member Deedman.
You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out.
Mr. Bad, I had Deedman killed because he was about to give info away about the smuggling ring. Now, who do you exactly think would benefit from such an assassination?
Can't be. You're...
That's right. I'm the member of the smuggling ring.
Oh my god! She turns out even worse than I thought. But this... You don't mean you were working with Manny Cochin too, do you?
Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer.
Be quiet. You. Yatagarasu. You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. Just humbly accept the judgment of this court.
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? You know why that is?
No? Well, let me tell you.
It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work.
Whoa! She just has a freaking gun!
You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handled the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it.
Yeah, I was like, why would you give her the... Dude, that's rude. You mean the key was your real target?
And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal?
I know! Seriously!
Or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
You two, get down! Body, you can't move.
Hey, Victor, to your right!
You! Are you alright, Francisca?
I'm perfectly fine, Miles.
Voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot! Is Bad going to die? Nope. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. Call the precinct. They should have perimeter set up soon. Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. Okay, just got another hole in my jacket. You may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma. Woo-hoo-hoo! He's respecting us now. Are you too hurt?
I'm absolutely fine.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of, Kay, where is she? I don't know. Just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! Sorry, I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened. Okay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, we're protecting Kay and her feeling. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. doesn't. Doesn't really.
He's just really nice.
Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay?
You got it, Pops.
Pops?
Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we?
Way to single-handedly destroy a cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to investigation. Well, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do.
I'll catch you.
Be careful, Detective Bad. Take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Oh, the judge! I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. It was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor.
Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found out another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. He did? Oh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship. It's the Swiss roll!
Take that!
It's a courthouse special Swiss roll! Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you, after all. Thanks a bunch! No idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would have appeared that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective.
He's so happy, it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own.
Well, I asked my Kay to give it to him. Oop, that was good, pal. Can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. Gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? I only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? Gonna stick right by your side on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. ... Sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement.
We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa.
Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective.
Roger, sir, and don't you worry. I'll investigate the next case we're on real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at a court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now Kay Faraday, the new Yatagarasu.
So, do you remember now?
Yes, I remember everything. Hey, it's been a while. Hey, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me.
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where had you been all this time?
Hey, come, you didn't. I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're all right.
So does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently.
All right, Nana. See you. Thanks for sticking around.
Hold it!
Actually, there's still a number of things that doesn't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father.
No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
Yep. Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu?
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure.
But that's impossible.
What's with that look? Don't believe me?
It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now.
Alright then, how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any secure system of the user's choosing.
Yep, that's the little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. This little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he really is a great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. He was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. Despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you.
Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
Yatagarasu sent the embassy. Polycop.
Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that the Callisto Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out.
But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and Mr. Yu's identities backwards?
Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Hey. Hey, you're so honorable. Don't care what anyone else thinks, I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, thief is a thief. You're plotting to commit a crime, and I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Edgeworth. Ugh, you guys are not making it easy for me. How am I supposed to support now?
Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman.
That evil woman? Being Callisto Yu?
I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me?
Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Owe me for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
Then you mean...
Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. Don't intend to sully your hands in a crime. I believe that I can help you.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you.
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Is that great, Kay?
Yeah, it sure is, Gummy.
Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. Ugh, what is with their chummy relationship? Great thief Yatagarasu. All that time, true identity of the thief sank back into darkness. Beer and Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu, and the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Woo! The end. Oh, that was long. Yes, please. All right, that is the perfect ending to today's stream. Let me save again. Perfect ending. Let's see who's around. I know many people are either out or off or asleep or back lurking. But let's still bring people. There's still some people here, I'm sure. Who's around? Who's around? Couple of people. Need to bring. I can't see the window from here. I'm going to. I'm going to see how long some of these people have been streaming. You know what? It's still possible. I'll just go here. We'll just go raid friend of channel. Hi, Rano. Oops, that's not how it's going. There we go. So that's the raid message. Or you could also use subraid. Or you could also use this objection raid. Yes, there we go. So I can use several of those. I'll be using objection raid myself just to, like, you know, getting back to Miles Edgeworth. Thank you everyone for the lovely, amazing warm welcome. All the subs today. The bits as well. Rose, Knack, and of course, Gorley. Thank you so much. And we had a few raids as well. It was such a lovely, warm welcome from everyone. Thank you so much. I am very deeply thankful. I can't wait for this Thursday. We're gonna have our art day, so look out for that. And remember, we gotta be cool, all right? We gotta be cool for Thursday. That is it. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your time zone, and can't wait to more. Till then, bye bye.